some of whom are here today. Thank you. I'm confident that under the leadership of the President and with the active efforts of the government, with all your great talent, together we can build the digital economy and grasp the opportunity to make Kenya a first world economy. Thank you. Asante.
Thank you, Mr. Gavin Gao. Your Excellency, at this point we'll hear from the students, and we'll start off with Catherine Atieno, who was the team lead for the team that won the grand prize. And just for the benefit of us to understand, the grand prize is the grand prize globally, not just a Kenyan award. A big clap for Atieno. Karibu.
Your Excellency, Dr. William Samoei Ruto, the President of the Republic of Kenya, allow me to ride on the protocols already established. How are you doing, Mr. President? It's actually my first time seeing you in person. My name is Catherine Atieno, and I'm from Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology, and I'm humbled to be able to represent the brilliant students who formed Team Kenya at the Huawei ICT competition. I was the Cloud Track team. I was the Cloud Track team lead, and we were able to actually get the grand prize in the regionals and the globals. I would say that my experience in this competition has been demanding, but at the very time, very rewarding. Yeah. There was the thrill of actually working under pressure and the headaches of actually having to learn the new concepts and solving the labs. I mean, some of us had to sleep at Huawei at times, yeah, while at the same time trying to remain very commendable students at school. But while at it, we were able to learn various skills, not only in our tracks, but we were able to use our innovations and creativity in these competitions. We were able to travel to China and, you know, experience the new air, which is very hot and humid, by the way. And yeah, the different foods, which was really nice to experience. We were able to interact with the brilliant minds from different countries. And you know, these are smart techies. And in this competition, we were actually able to bring back home the grand prize and 2 second prizes, which is actually such a good thing, right? This not only shows that we actually belong on the global platform, but we can actually lead it when given the right resources and platforms like this Huawei ICT competition. And to better improve this impact, I think that we could introduce some youth tech academies backed by university labs and partnerships like Huawei and the government of Kenya, so that we can be able to nurture these skills and be able to use them in Kenya's digital projects or even international projects. And all these accomplishments have been possible due to an incredible ecosystem that was backing us up. I would first like to say thank you to God for the wisdom and the favor throughout this competition. I would love to say thank you to Huawei Technologies for bridging this academia and industry. And also I would love to say thank you to our universities and our instructors, Mr. Franklin, Mr. Kevin Tuei, and a special thank you to Madam Esther Wairimu, who was not only an instructor, but is also the founder of a tech club in school, which is for only females. And it actually mentored Team J Quat, which was an all-female team. This actually shows the power of women in tech, which is something we should champion for. And last but not least, I'd love to say thank you to you, Mr. President, and the government of Kenya for your support throughout this whole journey. Thank you, and have a nice day.
Thank you, Atieno. Your Excellency, previously, only universities would participate in this kind of competition, but for the first time, TVETs were also included. And to represent the TVET team, I'll invite Steve to make some remarks. Let's give a round of applause to Steve as he comes.
Samuel Ruto. Allow me to ride on all protocols established. My name is Steve Mutisia, a student from PC Kinyanjui and a participant in the Huawei ICT competition. So first and foremost, this competition has, sorry, this is the first time standing in front of a crowd. So I'm proudly standing here today because this is the first time ever for a TVET institution reaching the Huawei ICT competition, regional finals, representing networking track. So I would love to thank Madam Principal, Madam Lucy Anampiu, our mentors, Mr. Frank, our instructor, Mr. Philip, our trainer. Yeah, thank you. And I would also like to thank you, Mr. President, for setting up for Jitume Hub initiatives. So through your investment in Jitume Hub initiatives, you set up a Jitume Hub in our institution. So we used the Jitume Hub to prepare and participate in the Huawei ICT competition where we did our examinations from the Jitume Hub initiative. It has been really a challenging and it has been quite, okay, I will say it's challenging participating with teams from university since we are part of a TVET team, though it has been really quite an honor and the best, we got the best experience. So thank you, Mr. President, for that. And thank you all.
So, Your Excellency, the students require an ecosystem that promotes and gives them confidence to go where they go. So at this point, allow me to invite a lecturer and a mentor, Kevin Tuwei, who was working with the team. Let's give him a clap as he's coming to make his remarks. Welcome.
Thank you so much, Dr. President. You know, in the university, if you don't call someone by their profession, whether it's a professor or a doctor, you've been hot soup, your things will not move. So allow me to also call you Dr. President. And I also hope your master's in AI is also going on very well. It's very hard to juggle between our own work. So thank you so much. My name is Kevin Tuwei. I'm from Tharaka University. I had the opportunity to mentor the team that went on to win the grand prize for the very first time for the 10-year history of the competition, that they were able to win the grand prize in the cloud and AI track. Thank you. And one thing that I've been able to see that Kenya has is the ability to be at the forefront of technology. We've talked about M-Pesa, we've talked about the digitalization process, things around everything that not only is done in the industry, but also in the government sector that you're seeing. You know, the last time when you said that there is going to be digitalization of over 5,000 government services and they have gone on, people thought you were joking. And right now it's become a normal thing and the new normal. And one thing that we've been able to see even when we went on to the grand prize and to the competition itself is that we should not be consumers of technology anymore. You mentioned it and we've continued to mention it. And earlier last week when I was reading the draft AI policy, and I always jump to the implementation plan, so as a government, we are actually about to be on an ambitious journey. And the only way we can justify these privileges by doing the hard things. And as our students are continuing to do the hard things, the only thing they need is the instructors to give them the hope. And I can tell you for the team, that is Catherine, Brian, and Salem, they didn't need to be held hands and be told, can you go and study? They are doing it 3M. And one thing that the instructors can be able to do is to continue to be supported by partners by Huawei, like the certifications. There's no way you can tell a student to do a certification that you yourself you've not been able to do. So I want to thank you and to thank the government, and also thank you the partners from Konza, Huawei, the ministry, for all the things that the government is doing to be at the forefront. We are not even keeping up. The other day you're just launching the strategy. Right now you're launching the policy. And right now you don't know what is going on next, but you're trying to keep up with this government. Thank you so much.
I now have the pleasure of inviting Her Excellency Guo Haiyan, the Ambassador of People's Republic of China to Kenya. A clap for her, please.
Your Excellency Dr. William Samoei Ruto, President of Republic of Kenya, Honorable William Kabango Gitao, Cabinet Secretary, Engineer John Tanui, Principal Secretary, Mr. Gavin Gao, CEO of Huawei, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It's my great pleasure to attend this global ICT competition awarding ceremony. First of all, I wish to express my highest respect to Your Excellency, President Ruto. I think you're personally residing over today's event, despite your very busy schedule, demonstrate the great importance that Kenya attaches to education, technological innovation, and development of young talent. It also provides tremendous encouragement to young Kenyans who aspire to pursue their dreams and contribute to the digital age. I would also like to extend my warmest congratulations to all the award-winning students. My sincere appreciation also goes to the teachers who have provided them with dedicated guidance, as well as to the relevant Kenyan government departments, universities, and Huawei for the careful organization of this competition. The students receiving award today have distinguished themselves through their solid professional knowledge, excellent practical skills, innovative thinking, and strong teamwork. The achievements are not only the result of their hard work and perseverance, but also reflect the vitality, creativity, and enormous potential of Kenya's young people and Kenya's rapidly developing digital economy. The remarkable results also stem directly from the strong commitment of His Excellency President Ruto and the government to education, skills, and innovation. I'm confident that they will demonstrate the wisdom, capability, and a sense of responsibility of young Kenyans on the even broader stage. Ladies and gentlemen, at present, a new round of scientific and technological revolution and industrial transformation is advancing in depth. The rapid evolution of information technology, artificial intelligence, and other cutting-edge technologies has opened up new prospects for human society and created broader space for deepening international cooperation. China attaches great importance to the research and application of these frontier technologies and has fostered a host of high-tech enterprises, including Huawei. While lifting China's industrial technology standards, these enterprises also support other developing countries to ride the wave of new technology for growth. Earlier this month, the World Artificial Intelligence Cooperation Organization, the WICO, was launched in Shanghai, China. CS Honorable Gitao signed the agreement on behalf of Kenya, and Kenya became one of its founding members. This marks an opportunity for us. Chinese President Xi Jinping emphasized at the World AI Conference that AI should be developed for the common prosperity of all mankind, and greater efforts should be made to boost international cooperation on AI capacity building. President Xi also announced that over the next 5 years, China will provide 5,000 specialized AI training opportunities for developing countries and build international AI application cooperation centers for developing countries, including Africa countries, to support Africa's digital and innovative development. I believe that China and Kenya have promising prospects for future cooperation in information technology and artificial intelligence. We look forward to carrying out more practical cooperation to unlock the value of digital technology. Ladies and gentlemen, there's an old Chinese saying, takes 10 years to grow a tree, but 100 years to cultivate people. Education and talent exchanges have always been an important component of the friendship and cooperation between China and Kenya. Over the years, Chinese government has provided opportunities for Kenyan students, government officials, and professionals to study and receiving training in China through government scholarships, bilateral training programs, short-term seminars, and medium long-term programs. A growing number of Kenyan youth have become participants in, beneficiaries of, and contributors to China-Kenya cooperation. Many have also become important bridges of friendship between the two peoples. Looking ahead, China stands ready to work with Kenya under the important consensus reached by our heads of state to further deepen cooperation in education, science and technology, and talent development. We will continue to provide opportunities for outstanding Kenyan young people to study, receiving training, and participate in exchanges in China. We will encourage closer cooperation among universities, vocational institutions, research organizations, and enterprises in our two countries. Ladies and gentlemen, when young people have dreams, a country has hope. When young people possess knowledge and skills, a country has a bright future. We are confident that under the leadership of His Excellency President Ruto, Kenya's young people will seize the historic opportunity presented by the digital economy and technological innovation and make even greater contribution to Kenya's economic and social development. We're equally confident that under the strategic guidance of our two heads of state and with joint efforts of all sectors of society, China-Kenya cooperation in education, science, technology, and talent development will reach new heights. In closing, let me once again extend my congratulations to all the award-winning students. I wish all the students every success in their studies and a bright and promising future. I wish Huawei ICT competition continued success, and I wish the friendship between China and Kenya continued growth from generation to generation. Thank you very much. Asanteni sana.
Thank you, Your Excellency Ambassador. At this point, Your Excellency, allow me to invite the PS ICT, Engineer John Tanui, to make his remarks and invite the CS. Welcome.
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya, William Samoei Ruto, our Cabinet Secretary, Honorable William Kapoko, Your Excellency, Ambassador of People's Republic of China, Kuo Yuan, Kevin Kuo, Huawei CEO, the Vice Chancellors and principals representing institution here and award winners, good morning. Your Excellency, we are here because of the great work of the young talent of Kenya. It is not easy to win in a competition bringing over 100 countries participating, and today we are here to celebrate this. Secondly, Your Excellency, I really want to thank Huawei for the infrastructure they helped to build in Kenya to support the Kenyan talent. The academies they have established in several of our universities, JKUAT, Machakos University, Avralti, and the others, has laid the infrastructure to support our young people. Your Excellency, also we thank them for the 30 years commitment, now almost 30 years commitment to our country to build talent and to support us in our infrastructure development. Your Excellency, all this is a result of your good work. We want to thank you for unlocking pathways for our young people. Your state visits to China unlocked some of these opportunities so that such programs can actually continue to thrive. We continue to celebrate the young Kenyans who continue to take advantage of these opportunities. Your Excellency, your visit to EU also unlocked so much opportunities. Now we have established something called Open Source Office in Kenya in partnership with EU and also the ITU, which will enable many of our young people develop softwares for global market. Your Excellency, also your visit to US through the Silicon Valley Roadshow unlock youth opportunities. We saw establishment of development centers, including Microsoft Development Center, which has over 500 young Kenyans working for global markets here in Kenya. We've seen also Amazon Web Services now with over 200 young people also serving global market. Apple Training Center at Strathmore also unlocking many opportunities. Your Excellency, we see also the partnership which has been developed through Huawei. We saw some of the speakers in the presentation who are partners with Huawei, who have got opportunities to work in the local ecosystem to create opportunities and to serve our country. Your Excellency, your work of unlocking opportunities for young people is immense, and we really want to thank you. Finally, Your Excellency, many young people have come through Huawei and working in our telecom sector, ICT sector, to ensure that we build our country. I'm proud to be one of the products that have gone through that training program. It's not easy, and when one wins in this platform, they might not be eloquent and speaking, but the capabilities that have been built in them is immense, and they are going to take our country to the next level. Now, Your Excellency, it's my pleasure to invite our Cabinet Secretary, Honorable William Kaboko, to give his remarks. Karibu Waziri.
Thank you, John. Your Excellency, Mr. President, allow me to ride on the protocol so established before, eloquently by Atieno, who, Mr. President, if you allow, we will make her an ambassador of young people in tech so that she can tell the rest of Kenyans who are energetic like her that there is a lot in this space. Mr. President, first, allow me to thank you for accepting my invitation to get these students to come and say hello to you. We truly appreciate. We know that you have a busy schedule, but you have time for them because it is your clarion call that Kenya has talent. You've been telling us as a country, you've been telling the world that if you want experienced, young, talented Kenyans, people to work, Kenya is the place to go. And really, these students have brought Kenya to the world map in terms of talent, innovation, and they have done us proud, Mr. President. Allow me to thank the Huawei team, and more so Khadija, who went with the students to China. I had a chance to meet the students during the Connected Africa Summit, and I launched and I challenged them. You go do your thing, I will do mine, and mine was to bring them to you. So, and you can see, they even are in t-shirts, Mr. President. These young people don't even feel Baridi. But I know when they live here, they will be smiling because they have their president with them. Mr. President, I visited China as you had sent me to go sign the agreement that the ambassador has talked about. And while there, I had a visit to the campus in Shanghai for Huawei. Mr. President, 300,000 employees in R&D. And I have just talked to the ambassador while waiting to see you and requested that from the grant that the Chinese president did announce, we should be able to get a number of Kenyans, probably 100, to be attached in that institution so that they can become trainers of trainers in our digital hubs. You have also heard that they announced a big grant of $5 billion to the South-South countries in terms of to support AI, AI training. And I'm hoping that Kenya will take the first step because we lead and others follow, so that we also lead in receiving the grant. On behalf of the ministry, Your Excellency, John has explained what it is we are doing in this space. And we hope that in the next year or so, we should have finished all the digital hubs that you're pushing us to do. And with that, Your Excellency, the young people of Kenya will have an opportunity to learn and use AI skills with our training that we will do with the Huawei group. I don't want to say much. Mine was to just welcome you, Mr. President, to come and receive these great Kenyans who have made us so proud, Mr. President.
Thank you very much. Please, let's take our seats. Good morning, everybody. Hamjambo. It's cold, right? innovators, ladies and gentlemen, the future will not belong merely to those who master today's technologies. It will belong to those who imagine, invent, and build the technologies that the world has not yet conceived, but which will one day redefine economies, transform societies, and shape the future of humanity. Today, technologies powering the world include artificial intelligence, robotics, quantum computing, biotechnology, advanced semiconductor physics, autonomous systems, space physics, and the next generation communications. Tomorrow, however, the technologies that will shape our lives may be those who we cannot yet even name. That is why talent development is no longer simply an education agenda. It is a national competitive agenda. Nations that cultivate innovators rather than mere consumers of technology will be the nations that will lead the 21st century. I am therefore delighted to welcome all of you to Statehouse this morning, and especially to celebrate a remarkable group of young Kenyans and their lecturers whose achievements have brought great honor to our republic. The 2026 Global Huawei ICT competition is the largest ICT skill competition in the world. It attracts more than 220,000 participants from over 2,000 institutions in more than 100 countries. Only 177 teams from 49 countries qualified for the global finals held in Shenzhen, China. I am immensely proud that all 3 Kenyan university teams returned home with global honors. The highest distinction came through our cloud truck team, which won the grand prize, the highest award in the competition and Kenya's first since joining the contest in 2019. Again, congratulations. Allow me to congratulate Kevin Tuwei, a lecturer at Tharaka University, together with Catherine Atieno of Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology, Brian Gugi of Mount Kenya University, and Salem Kim of Machakos University. Pongezi. Congratulations. Their achievement in cloud computing, artificial intelligence, big data, and digital infrastructure is a signal that Kenya possesses the talent required to build the cloud infrastructure, data centers, and artificial intelligence capabilities that will power our digital economy. I also congratulate our network track team, which won second prize. Congratulations, Franklin Mutizia, a lecturer at Machakos University, together with Denzel Zinga of Multimedia University, Robert Wambua of Kenyatta University, and Joy Wairimu of Cooperative University of Kenya. Pongezi. Their expertise in networking, cybersecurity, and wireless technologies represents the very skills required to secure our digital infrastructure and build the digital superhighway upon which our economy increasingly depends on. I extend special congratulations to our outstanding all-women computing team from Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology, led by yours truly, Ms. Esther Wairimu, a lecturer, together together with Joan Nkata, Balane Minayo, and Faith Sonic. This exceptional all-women team won second prize and in addition received the prestigious Women in Tech Award. Pongezi. Can they stand for us to see that great team? Tuwapigie makofi. Look at that. Beautiful and sharp. Pongezi. I also recognize PC Kinyanjui Technical Training College, whose team became the first Kenyan TVET institution ever to qualify for the regional finals of this competition. Again, to my good friend Steve and your team, congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, these achievements are not isolated successes. They are evidence that Kenya is steadily becoming one of the world's leading sources of digital talent. That confidence is reflected in the continued investments made by global technology companies in our country. Huawei has become a valued partner in developing digital skills through ICT academies. Again, to Huawei, congratulations. Microsoft has established its Africa Development Center in Nairobi. Amazon Web Services continues expanding its presence, while Apple and many other technology companies are partnering with Kenyan institutions to develop advanced digital capabilities. These partnerships complement the outstanding work being undertaken by our universities, including the Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology, University of Nairobi, Moi University, Strathmore University, the African Advanced Level Telecommunications Institute, and many other centers of excellence whose graduates are increasingly recognized across the world. As government, we have matched these partnerships with deliberate investment. Through our digital superhighway program, we have deployed an additional 37,000 kilometers of fiber optic, established hundreds of digital hubs, trained more than 1.9 million Kenyans in digital skills, and enabled creation of over 350,000 digital jobs. These are not just figures. These are people. And I'm very proud that in the last 3 years, we've scaled things up around the digital space. And it started with us as government. When I came into office, I said, we are a tech society. And therefore, we must move all our government services into a digital platform. I can proudly say today, 3 years down the road, that we had 350 government services on the digital platform. Today we have 25,000. And shortly, every government service, I think we are approaching 85, almost 90% of government services. Shortly, we will clock 100,000 government services. We also moved government payments. You know, people used to pay government services in cash and in other forms. Today, we have moved all government services to be paid on a digital platform. Again, because we are a tech society. And for us to continuously improve on our human capital, which I have built, that it is the single most important asset that we have as a nation, our human capital. It is the reason why consistently we have invested in education education, training, especially all the way to our TVETs and to our universities. If you check, this morning, we have advertised for another 20,000 teachers to add on to the 100,000 that we have already hired. Why? Because education is central to us equipping our human capital with what it takes to make them the best qualified asset that we have as a nation. As I talk to you, in Parliament, we have amendments to the Higher Education Loans Board program, again, that will now make it possible. And I said before, I will repeat again, it will now make it possible for every student placed in our TVETs and in our universities to get full funding for their courses. I have listened to Steve here, I have listened to Atieno and all the young people who are here. It is my commitment that each and every one of you who qualifies to go to a TVET or a university will pursue the course of your choice without the background of your parents influencing which course you do. It is not going to be dependent on whether your parents have the means. It will be dependent on your capacity and your talent, so that every child in Kenya gets an opportunity to be their best, irrespective of their social or economic background. It is the reason why our nation must make some bold steps into the future, confident that we can play in any league and we can compete with any nation. What you have achieved in this Huawei competition confirm to us that we can compete in any place with anybody. And I'm very proud of what you have achieved. We are investing in institutions that will anchor our knowledge economy for generations to come, including the Kenya Advanced Institute of Science and Technology, which I gave charter the other day, the rapidly growing Open University of Kenya, Konza Technopolis, and internationally recognized innovation hubs that are positioning Kenya as Africa's capital of innovation. At the same time, we are creating the policy environment necessary for innovation to flourish. Our national cloud policy is operational. We are finalizing the National Artificial Intelligence Policy and the National Data Governance Framework. We continue strengthening cybersecurity, data protection, and digital governance so that innovation is matched by trust and industry to global markets. Allow me to express my very sincere appreciation to Huawei for the nearly 3 decades of partnership with Kenya. Since launching the Huawei ICT Academy program, the company has worked with 61 institutions, trained more than 15,000 students, certified over 6,000 learners, and equipped more than 400 lecturers with internationally recognized digital skills. Through initiatives such as DigiTrack, and we saw quite an elaborate program around it. And community programs. Huawei continues expanding opportunities for young people, for women, and underserved communities across our country. I also thank the government and the people of the Republic of China, through Her Excellency the Ambassador, for the enduring partnership between our two nations in advancing digital transformation, innovation, and human capital development. Finally, I am delighted that Kenya is once again the first country in the world to launch registration for the 11th Huawei ICT competition. I encourage every student in our universities, colleges, and TVETs to participate. The next global champion could very well be sitting in a classroom somewhere in Busia, maybe Lodwar, maybe Wajir, somewhere in Lungalunga, Mombasa, Nairobi, maybe my village in Sugoi. And I am waiting for the outcome of the next competition. And I am very confident that we will surpass where we achieved this year. Congratulations to all of you, good people. You have made us very proud, and we will do our part in making sure that we give each and every one of you an opportunity to be their best. I'm very happy to see vice chancellors who are here. I see my good friend from Daraka, the corner there. I was in his university the other day. I see my good sister, the vice chancellor of Jomo Kenyatta, and all the other good people who are here. And I have sat down with these vice chancellors and leadership of our universities on that table right there. You remember? Yes, we sat there on that table with them. When I came into office, we had a real challenge. Many of our universities faced very dire situations. Many of our universities could not pay even lecturers. They could not pay their suppliers. They had difficulties. And that is why we had to rework the funding model for our universities. We've made very good progress with our new student-centered funding model. And I want to tell our vice chancellors we will be engaging them as we now progress to even a better funding model that will make sure that every student has full funding for their education. That is the commitment I have made. I know many people are asking me, where are you going to find the money to fund these universities? And I want to tell them what was said before. If you think education is expensive, try ignorance. And you will know which one is more expensive. So my commitment is that it is the single most important thing that we must do. Because for us to move this country to a first world status, knowledge, education is central to that journey. It is what other economies have done to be able to make the move they have. It is what Kenya must do. And therefore, we have no option but to fund our knowledge, to get the best human capital. I have said no nation can develop beyond its capacity to think. If you cannot imagine the future, you cannot get there. If you cannot possibly may not even step in that direction. So I am very confident about the future of our nation, and I'm very confident about the young people who will make sure that that future becomes our reality. So congratulations, my good friends, to all the winners and the champions. Congratulations, Huawei and our friends. And I look forward to working with you. It's now my pleasure to launch the 11th edition of the Huawei ICT competition. And I look forward to many more students and many more universities participating as we go into the future. Asanteni sana. Thank you very much.
Wonderful round of applause to His Excellency. And Your Excellency, with your permission, will now progress to the awarding of some of these categories that were there. So allow me to ask the following to flank His Excellency for this session: the CS and PS to the right of His Excellency, and Her Excellency the Ambassador and CEO Huawei to flank His Excellency, as we now call on the categories. And the first category is Network Track. And we have the lecturer, Philip Ochola, and the students are Lucy Gadu, Steve Mutisia, and Eric Nzai. If they can please come and receive the award from His Excellency. I'll repeat: Philip Ochola as the lecturer. We have Lucy Gadu, Steve Mutisia, and Eric Nzai. I think one of the students may not be present, but they'll receive on his behalf. So the team lead can receive from His Excellency. Facing the cameras, please. Then if we can have one photo together with the team that's there, so that, yeah, or you can have... Let's have the second category ready, cloud category, if you can. Wonderful, wonderful. If we can then just have one photo with the team that's there in one line. There you go. Thank you. Let's have the second category. Your Excellency, is the cloud category. And the cloud category is represented with the lecturer, Kevin Tuwei, and the students are Catherine Atieno. No, sorry, I think, yes, Catherine Atieno, Brian Gogi, and Salem Kim. And these are the grand prize winners. They are the ones who brought the grand trophy home and made Kenya proud. If we can have the... Wonderful. Catherine can receive it on behalf of the team. Then they can have the... a photo with everybody. Oh. Wonderful. Then a photo with the rest of the team, please. And the next category is the network category. And this is represented by the lecturer, who is Esther Wairimo. No, Esther Wairimo, Joan Katha, Melanie Minayo, and Faith Mosonik. I believe this is the all-women team. A round of applause for them, please. Let's start with the medals. Let's start with the medals. Start with the medals. so that, yeah, let's start with the medals. Esther Wairimo, Joanne Katha, and Melanie Minayo, and Faith Mosonik. And one photo with, oh. One more photo with everybody, please, before we go to the last category. Thank you. And the last category, let's have Franklin Mutisia, Denzel Nzinga, Robert Wambua, and Joy Wairimo. That's Franklin Mutisia, Denzel Nzinga, Robert Wambua, and Joy Wairimo. All right, and then the trophy. Is there a trophy? Wonderful. And a photo with the trophy. Thank you. Your Excellency, the grand prize winners, I understand, also have a check of 1 million Kenyan shillings, which we'd like you to present to them. So the grand prize winners kindly to come back and receive the check of 1 million shillings. Wonderful. We'll have you just stand in one line and have the check as part of the photo. There you go. There you go. Thank you. Thank you. Your Excellency, we seek your indulgence for just 2 more photos. If I may have everybody, okay, the photo is done, so we can exit, except the CSPS ambassador and Huawei CEO. And let's have the Huawei team come in for a photo. The Huawei team. As the sponsors of this whole event. Wonderful. Huawei team, you can retract, and let's have the lecturers and academia, I mean not lecturers, vice chancellors and academia to now come for a photo. Huawei team, you may take your seats, please. Thank you. Then you may take your seats, and Your Excellency, the last item is just the unveiling of the 11th cohort. So I'll request that we have that brought. Let's have the four remain, the CSPS ambassador and CEO to remain and flank His Excellency as we unveil. This was the 10th cohort for this particular exercise, but this will be the launch of the 11th cohort with the unveiling of that kitamba. We shall have the 11th cohort now. A round of applause. And with that, His Excellency has already spoken to it. We shall expect the 11th cohort now to be launched and represent Kenya. Thank you very much, Your Excellency. That brings us to the end of our session this morning, and we can finish with a word of prayer. Catherine, can I ask you to pray for us? Let's be upstanding as Catherine leads us in a closing prayer.
Let's pray. Almighty Father, we come before you this morning. We thank you for this session. We thank you for this day. As we launch the Huawei ICT competition, the 11th edition, we pray that you may be with us. May all the students who are going to represent us well. And may you guide us and protect us throughout this day. In Jesus' mighty name we do pray, trusting and believing. Amen.
Thank you, Excellency. That brings us to the end of this session. Asanteni sana.